Hi guys, Mary here. Today is Sunday, March 6th. I almost said May 6th. Sunday, March 6th. And today I wanted to talk to you about creating a sacred space. I had a question yesterday from a friend who wanted to connect with her guides. And I kind of explained how to do it, but it really helps if you have a sacred space that you can go to the same time every day and connect with your guides or connect with your inner self or your higher self or whatever that is to you. So it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It can just be, like a shelf on a bookshelf that you can sit in front of. It could be a shelf in your closet. It could be a shelf in your bathroom. If that's where you go for time to yourself, if you have kids and all of that and you need some alone time, you can always go in the bathroom and shut the door. And you don't need a lot of time. You can do this in like 5 minutes. Just sitting in your sacred space and connecting with your spirit guides, your higher self, what have you. So some things that you can put on your altar are things that are important to you. So that could be things from nature, things that you find on hikes. I used to put shells on my altar. I left all of my shells in Calabria, except I kept this one. I don't know if you can see it. It just looks like a rock probably, but it's got quartz in it, and it's from the earth in Calabria, because Calabria was basically made up of quartz crystal. But whatever rocks you find on a hike, leaves, feathers, whatever's important to you is great to put on your altar. So I'll show you some things that I have on my altar. I have cleansing things to cleanse with. So I have my sage and my feather. Because, if you're an empath like me, you take on a lot of other people's energies. And when you start connecting with yourself and connecting with spirit, you start to realize what energies are yours and what are not yours. So you can cleanse them. And then another great way to cleanse is a singing bowl. This one is for the solar plexus in particular. So that cleanses, the whole space. You can even use this to cleanse a house if sometimes I'm called to people's homes that are having a little too much activity, and I'll clear the space using a singing bowl, as well as sage or whatever. And then you can have, let's see, I'll show you. This is a wand. This is my magic wand. This is a wand that one of my clients made for me. It has beautiful carvings of, there's like eagles here and an owl. It's hard to see. There's a whale here, and it's covered in snake skin. And she had some things dangling from here, but they kind of got in my way, so I hung them up somewhere else. But I use this wand, and basically a wand is something that you put your intention into and use to put your intention into something like a crystal or whatever. So, and then so you don't need a candle this big, but I always use a white candle. So you can get a white candle. It can be just a small little tea light candle. And I have certain statues. I know we're not supposed to, there's something in the Bible about how we're not supposed to, I don't know, bow to statues or something, but I love my Mother Mary statue, and she's on my altar as well. You don't have to have anything that's elaborate or big, but these are things that I've collected over the years. And then I always have a grid. So I want to show you my grid. This is a crystal grid. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to like dump all the stones, but it's basically on Metatron's cube. And then what's important about crystal grids is to make sure that they're all like the same color or around the same color, because you don't want too much energy bouncing all around. And what's important here is to try to have a point in the middle, in the center. And then I use my crystal, this is a selenite wand, to put my intention into this grid, what I want to use it for. And this is violet colors. So I use this to connect with the higher realms and my spirit guides and all of that. So I put my intention in it out to each of the radius of the circle. And I just do this when I first make it, and occasionally I will re-put the intention into it. So you don't need a point this big. You could use any point. Let me show you what points I have. And selenite is a great crystal cleanser. If you can't get all of your crystals out into the moonlight or the sunlight, you can just put your selenites out there and then charge your crystals with your selenite sticks or wands. So here's different points that you can use in the center. They don't have to be large. This is my beautiful smoky quartz that's very protective. This is a great point. And then you can have like little tiny ones. So it's up to you. You don't have to spend a tremendous amount of money. The important thing is that you're creating a space that's sacred to you to meet with your spirit guides or your higher self, whatever, and try to do it the same time every day, because that sends a message that you're serious and they'll meet you there. And the more you do it, I'm telling you, you're just going to start connecting. It's going to be amazing. So I wanted to share that with you. What else did I want to share? I don't know if I want to talk about that. Well, I was going to talk about awakening, that there's several meanings to awakening. I didn't realize there was different meanings to awakening. But for some people and some groups, spiritual groups, their idea of awakening is knowing that like the elites are in charge and that we're slaves on the planet. And there's many conspiracy theories. To me, this is just me, my definition of awakening is knowing that you are spirit in a human body, here to have an experience to increase your awareness, to expand your consciousness, thus expanding the consciousness of the divine or God or highest source energy. Because we are all God, we are all part of that energy. So each one of our experience is just expanding that consciousness, expanding source energy, right? So it's also to know that you are your own divine master, that you are a sovereign being, that you do not need to, I mean, I love Mother Mary and I have a statue of her, but I'm not like, she doesn't tell me what to do. I go within and I use my own discernment as to what I believe. There are many truths out there for many people. There is more than one truth. What is true for you is true for you. You don't have to agree with everyone. But awakening is knowing your own truth rather than what you were fed to believe from well-meaning people as you grew up, right? From clergy, teachers, parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents. So it's being discerning and knowing your own truth and knowing your own sovereignty and being able to live your truth, speak your truth with love. To me, that's what awakening is. So it's a little different for everyone. I know I understand what's out there, and I may believe some of it. I may resonate with some of it, but it doesn't mean I'm going to focus on that, because that's not what's important to me. What's important to me is my own divine nature and falling in love with myself, my spirit, my soul. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say on that. So let's pull some cards. I want to thank you all for your beautiful comments about my hair. It's I grew out my own color. I'm no longer coloring it. This is my gray that's in there too. I rather like it. I wish I had never colored my hair at the age of 28. It was a mistake, but that's how we learn, right? We're in this world of having experiences, making mistakes, learning, growing, expanding. Okay, so I love this. Two cards that came up from the deck are Rebirth and Regeneration. So starfish, if they lose one of their, I don't know what you call these, fingers, legs, they can regrow them and regenerate. So we're going through this time of regeneration. It's number 34. 3 plus 4 adds up to 7. And to me, that is the number of Christ consciousness, or that you're on the right path. So keep doing what you're doing. And then the next card that came up is Rebirth. So this reminds me of the, what is it? The, what is that? The bird that comes out of the, you guys know what I mean. You'll put it in the comments. But it's rebirth after going through something. And I'm just reminded of Ukraine here, because I feel like what's going on in Ukraine is like everything is just crumbling, and then it will be rebuilt back up, and it's a sign of rebirth for the entire planet. That's what I'm getting. So I'm going to leave it there. I think that the video is getting pretty long, but let me know what you resonate with, what awakening means to you, and let me know, I don't know, if you have any questions about creating an altar. All right, if you like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content, and I will see you next time. Namaste, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Take care.